Hi airsoft and YouTubers, time for another video review. This week it's the Double Eagle Benelli M3 Super-90 triple shot shotgun. Like that picture? Here's the gun in the flesh. You wouldn't think this was 40 quid when I bought it, because it looks and feels a lot more expensive, pretty well built. Although the problem with these is they're built from pretty cheap parts, hence the price. The barrel and loading tube are actually aluminium, but most of the body and the stock are just plastic, which is a shame really. It still feels reasonably weighty, reasonably well put together. I've been inside the thing and there's not much you can do to them to improve them at all. So you just take it as you find it when you try it in the shop. The grip is rubberized, feels really good. Can't go wrong with that. And it actually takes shotgun shells, such as these, which are loaded in through the bottom. Okay? Each shell, and I'll get another one, each shell holds 30 BBs, which come out 3 at a time when you fire through a triple barrel system, which is pretty good. Pretty shotgun-like. Accuracy, not brilliant. Most people will use 0.25 or even 0.3 BBs in these things, just so that they hold the flight path a little bit better. Sturdiness, I've gigged this 4 or 5 times and it's come through okay. The only problem we have seen with these guns is the actual butt is held on by one long screw that goes right through to the bottom of the butt plate. And we've seen these come loose. A simple jump or a screwdriver, tighten it up. Bob's your auntie's live-in lover, no problem. I use it as a backup weapon mainly. Always have a Springer backup with your kids, that's a tip. Because your battery or your gun will fail at some point, they all do, doesn't matter how expensive they are. So Springer backup is essential when you're out skirmishing a lot. And the shotgun is pretty good for a variety of things. CQB is what these things were really made for. Unfortunately, as you can see, I chose the biggest one, like a prat. What I should have done is chosen one of the CQB flavours of this, which you can get them with the stock cut off, you can get them with the short barrel, you can get folding stocks, they come in a variety. So get the shortest one that you're happy with, because trying to manoeuvre something this length around the house or a shop or something is just not going to happen. I'm more likely to poke someone in the eye than shoot them. Overall, I'm happy as Larry with it. For £40, you can't complain. It looks the part, feels the part, it shoots reasonably well. And the 18 months I've had it, the only thing that's going wrong is the hop is starting to wear a bit. If I point the gun downwards after having cocked it, there's every chance the balls are just going to dribble out the end. But I can live with that as for a backup weapon. These have kind of been superseded now. There's a new range of shotguns out that are full metal and wood. It costs about £70. Only shoot a single shot though, and are very powerful, 450 feet a second, some of them. So you need to cut them down to use them in this country, unless you want to use a CQB shotgun as a sniper rifle. There's also, you'll find cheap versions of these things, little £20 shotguns. They're rubbish, they really are rubbish. The hop up, I've never seen BBs fly so many different ways. BBs ended up in the barrel of the gun, they fell to pieces. If you're going for a cheap shotgun as a backup, then these are the ones to go for. You get the one that suits you the best, and get yourself one of these cheap pieces which holds extra shells. You'll also have to buy extra shells because it only comes with one when you buy it. So the shells are reasonably cheap. And the cheap piece holds them well. You used to have the one that goes on a strap, but that just gets in the way, to be honest. So cheap piece is the way to go. So there you go, the Benelli Super-90 triple shot shotgun. Overall, I'd give it something like 7 out of 10. It's not brilliant, but for the money, you can't argue. Back to the studio.